we have seen decades pass by, 6 and 1 year above it. And we know that Nigeria has made progress. For us in TETFund, we emerged about a little above midway since then as an institution, initially as Education Tax Fund, later Trust Fund, 93 to 98, 98 to 2011, we became Tertiary Education Trust Fund, which is the TETFund of today. And we know that we came into existence courtesy of an innovative idea of having a non-budgetary funding window for our public tertiary institutions, and precisely the universities, the Polytechnic and the College of Education, owned by federal and state governments. And well, the beauty of it is we have seen the transition from 1999 when the funds were applied, when the Board of Trustees emerged. We've seen the achievements. Initially, up to 2011, the funds were applied widely, including even the basic subsector that is being funded by UBEC. Now that changed with the emergence of Tertiary Education Trust Fund. Permit me, by the way, first, to use this opportunity to appreciate my predecessors, from the late Abdul Qadir, who was the first executive secretary of ETF, and unfortunately, as it were, his successor, Mustafa Jaji too, that we lost recently. And after that, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, the current chairman of INEC. And I am glad that today you will recall that there was an interregnum between 2012 and 2014, and I came on board April 2014 and was there for 1 year, 10 months. In 2016, I was disengaged by government based on allegations, which was the right thing to investigate. After 3 years, I was cleared, and mercifully, I returned to TETFund with a jubilant TETFund staff. God bless you all. I can never forget that in my life. I was received in a manner that I never dreamt about. It was unbelievable. It was spontaneous. I returned with the resolve to retaliate. Don't mind my joke. To retaliate, in other words, to do whatever I can with all my energy and commitment to meet your expectations. I am not superhuman. I would have had my own areas of failing based on your personal assessment. But let me say this. I am proud to say, with all of you working for me, working for TETFund, we have pulled together a number of changes in the organization. Today, TETFund is happily being reckoned with as the best intervention agency in Nigeria. I think I'm proud to associate myself with all of you that have helped us achieve this. We give credit to our predecessors. We give credit to all of the staff. I know there are those tough moments when, you know me, typical of me, I insist on some standards. I insist on some things that must have to be done right. And I cannot finish without appreciating the Board of Trustees of TETFund. Over the years, I've worked with up to 4 Board of Trustees. I've enjoyed their confidence. And believe me, I use this opportunity to appreciate them. And it's only right to say this, that it took the Honorable Minister of Education, Mala Adamu Adamu, to recommend my reinstatement after Dr. Baffa had set in for 2 years, 5 months. And I returned upon approval of Mr. President in that regard. It's been great, and today I want to say this, that people generally acknowledge that TETFund is one of the most visible agencies Let me use another word. It's one of the most impactful agencies. It shows by the physical indices as well as the statistical indices. To me, that is the joy of my joining the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, on the 61st anniversary of Nigeria's independence to celebrate our nation. We have our challenges. Some of the challenges are beyond the education sector, including, for instance, the insecurity. Some of our staff have even been abducted over the last 1 to 2 years. Family members of some of our staff have been abducted. We know it. As recent as even a few days ago, some of them were released. It is sad enough, but despite that, we have our staff going around the country monitoring our projects. I use this opportunity to appreciate you. But guess what? Let me pass this message. The Honorable Minister of Education is very happy with TETFund. Mr. President and the government are happy with TETFund. I use this occasion to urge you to raise the bar. There is still hope for Nigeria. Let's do it right in our own cell called TETFund. And the summation will be a transformation.